Hello. Well, I definitely got the message in my last video to not talk about organizing or doing something about the problems that we have on the planet. Nobody wants to hear about that or do anything about it. They just want to hear the bad news about the climate. And that is it. Don't discuss anything else. It was quite obvious when I got several thumbs down because I talked about organizing. So I guess I won't talk about that anymore. We'll just go right over here and do the next video. So, this is kind of some interesting news. A senior executive at HSBC Bank has claimed that investors should not worry about climate risk. They should invest in whatever they want and not worry about what it does to the climate. He said, "Who cares if Miami is 6 meters underwater in 100 years?" Quote, unquote. He said this at an event held this week in London. At a big bank like ours, what do people think the average loan length is? It is 6 years. What happens to the planet in year 7 isn't important to our loan books. That's what he said. That's what his quotes are. For coal, what happens in 7 years is actually unimportant. He also said that. So that's the head honcho at HSBC Bank. He doesn't care about climate change whatsoever, and he doesn't want anything to interfere with it. That's why when they say, oh, we're going to do something about climate in so many years, that's just a big fucking lie. It's nothing but a lie. The people need to remain vigilant and rise up together and hold these corporatists and the politicians that are backed by them accountable. But as we know from my last video, that's not going to happen because people don't want that to happen. The rich feel nothing but contempt for everyone else. We are unimportant to the wealthy, and that's why I keep talking down about wealthy people, is they don't care about what happens to the planet or us, or what happens if the banks don't do anything about who they loan to. The only thing that counts is what's on the books, and if people buy loans, they're usually paid off with 6 years, and that's all they're going to look down the road to is 6 years. 7 years they don't care about. And we've known this about corporations for years. The oil companies are exactly the same way. What happens in the future, we don't care about. We'll all be dead. It doesn't matter, even though they don't know that the future is very soon, and they will care because there will be a lot of dead. People can only stand so much temperature rise before it becomes deadly, and you become too hot because of the humidity, and the heat is too high, and your body cannot get rid of the temperature, the high temperature inside, and you die. And that's the way it's going to be. And these corporatists and corporations and coal companies and all the rest of them aren't going to do a thing, including the people on the environmental movement. They don't care about organizing. They don't want to organize. They don't feel like they need to organize because they don't want to hear about that. They want to hear about the disaster that's coming, but they don't want to have to do anything about it. And I've never felt so hopeless about doing a video because people don't care. It just isn't important to do something. What's important is to know what's coming, and then they can moan and groan about what's coming and not do anything. So it's kind of a short video today. I'm a bit irritated that people don't want to organize or do anything or feel like it's their job to do anything, like change their own behavior or anything. So we'll just keep it short, and I'll come on now and then with a video, and that'll be that. I do appreciate all the comments on my last videos, but it was quite obvious to me that nobody really honestly cares enough to actually do anything.